About 2 days ago, a very beloved YouTube channel has announced that they're leaving YouTube. Now, this day and age, you know, it's not that uncommon. We've had a lot of YouTubers retiring. Well, sadly, this isn't the case. They're moving to a subscription-based service for their once already free YouTube videos. I know it's weird. They're now charging money for their free videos. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a hater. I love this YouTube channel. I watched them when they were with BuzzFeed. I watched them when they moved to The Watcher. So your girl's a fan. Watch and see what some other YouTubers have to say about them. And I mean, it's a lot of insight and I want to share it with y'all. So this is The Watcher, kind of how the Try Guys separated from BuzzFeed. They did the same thing. Ryan and Shane split up from BuzzFeed and they created their own channel. They released a new YouTube video 2 days ago and we're gonna watch it. Well, not all of it, we're gonna watch some of it. The parts I wanna show y'all. This is their goodbye YouTube video. I just want us to focus on what they're saying as to why they decided to make this decision and go to a subscription-based service instead of just continuing to be a free YouTube channel.
Rely on ads to make money, to pay the bills, to run this office, to make beautiful content for all of you guys out there. Unfortunately, over time, the deals that we were getting in 2019, 2020 are looking a lot different than they are today. We're making something for two audiences. We're making it for the fans, all of you out there, and we're also making it to please the advertisers. It's difficult to make the stuff that we want to make and also then appeal to the advertisers as well.
It costs a certain amount to make content in the way that we do it. We try to put things on the screen that we feel adheres to a certain level of quality that you would find on, say, a Netflix or something like that. But in doing so, it does cost a certain amount. Like, for example, a Ghost Files episode. First, we have to travel to the location itself. We have to pay the location fee. We have to pay freelance staff that comes to help us shoot that when we're shooting in the studio. We have to pay for the studio to shoot the actual episode in. Then we have to pay for post. Before that, we also have to do the pre-production of the episode. And when you add that all up, we're talking about an end of a season that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not sitting here complaining that is the bed we've made. Everyone has different missions they're marching towards on YouTube. Ours was to make a television show.
As you can see, they're talking a lot about numbers. Yeah, it costs a lot to do this. But we all know how YouTube works. They're not a small channel by any means. Their videos get millions of views. They're kind of using that maybe they're not making as much money as they want to be making. I mean, because they're making money. Don't let them fool you. They're making money.
You start to realize, like, hey, maybe television shows aren't meant for YouTube. Perhaps we should find a different place that's better suited to the content that we're making.
I think we just found it. So they believe that they are making something that's better than YouTube. They believe that they're making a TV show. And I mean, you pay for Hulu, you pay for Netflix. They believe that they're at that quality of video production, content creation, whatever it is. If you want to watch our stuff, we're gonna make a subscription service. I think that is a horrible idea. Maybe their fan base is just loyal enough. They were doing this for free. It just kind of rubs you the wrong way, doesn't it? At least it does to me.
So that we're not constantly running around trying to find sources of revenue to support the model.
We have realized that it would be great if we could find a way to rely less on advertising, not make it such a big part of our business. And so we've been working over the past few months and years, like, how can we make this business more sustainable? How can we make something where we can make the things that we want to make for all of you guys and not be worried about all the other forces that are here?
Stop me if I'm wrong, but isn't that Patreon? And I know they have a Patreon, very successful Patreon.
Company is going and where I believe that we can be the most successful. YouTube is no longer the place for that.
For anybody who's watched or supported us to this point, truly, thank you. The goal was always to make television caliber quality content. And not just for YouTube, but for you guys. I guess we just hope you guys follow us this one last time.
2, our very own independent streaming service, Watcher. Watcher is an ad-free, independent streaming service dedicated to providing you guys the television caliber content that you know and love. But you're probably wondering, how is it going to be different than the YouTube experience?
The new streamer, I think, is a place that reflects what our content is. High quality series in season form, beautifully organized, ad-free. It's what we were destined to be.
You're paying for free YouTube videos. Look at me in the eyes. If for some reason you see this video, you're a Watchers fan, you are deliberating on paying for this service, do not. You're letting them get away with it. Speak with your wallet. This will open a door for other YouTubers who believe that their content is above YouTube to then go to these independent streaming services and start charging you money for things that used to be free. All right, and we're going to see what Moist Critical has to say about this. I love his take on it and just the insight into something he brings into what he deals with his own companies, his own YouTube channel, and just giving us that perspective that not a lot of people know about because we're not huge YouTubers.
Personally, I think it is a horrible idea. Going through their channel, their videos are long-form content for the most part, like 30 minutes plus. And I imagine with their history working at BuzzFeed for BuzzFeed Unsolved, they've learned how to optimize mid-roll ads. So they're probably pulling in a very high RPM on those videos. I have to imagine that is already covering the cost of production. But on top of that, and I didn't know this until stream last night, they also have a very successful Patreon with over 12,000 members and 3 different monthly payment tiers. And just for the cherry on top of this money cake, Mr. Krabs style, they have a ton of merch, obviously, but the biggest thing is they do a ton of brand deals. From what I can see, they run a lot of ads in their content. And many of you might not remember this, I actually own a company that specializes in putting brands with YouTubers and running ads for major YouTube channels. It's called Mana Talent Group. And I started that back in 2018, so I know what these deals look like. So I'm going to break the magician's code here and give you a little spitball estimate on what I think they're making per ad. With a channel of their size and their views and this style of content, I would wager a guess that each brand that appears in their content is paying between $15,000 and $35,000 a piece to be there.
I gotta stop you right there, Moist. 15 to 35,000. Not 3,500, not 1,500, 35,000. Doesn't sound like they're struggling to me.
It's kind of a wide ballpark. It's just hard for me to guesstimate from the sidelines what their deals might look like, because longer term partnerships usually have discounts per slot because they've done a long-term deal, whereas like one-offs or short-term partners are paying more for like the couple of ads they're there for. But I'm confident that none of their brand partners are paying less than $15,000 to be on their content, and I'm pretty confident that it's probably going up to about $35K for their more one-offs or short-term deals. So they're already making tons of money through their content. You were right. They just don't really advertise it.
All right, so now we're checking out their webpage. We're gonna see all the different subscription tiers that they offer.
So they already have this, and now they have Watcher TV, which is another subscription service, which I imagine is gonna run congruent.
I just want to see what you get in these tiers. So $5 a month, the main one that they were talking about that anyone could afford, because you have $6 just laying around per month, right? And so you're in 24-hour early access, ad-free, access to new flagship series, plus Watcher Weekly. Also, you also get added into the Discord to chat with us. Yay! Behind the scenes bloopers and bonus content. Access to brainstorms in Discord to help us come up with merch and content ideas in case, you know, in case they just couldn't come up with the content themselves. All right, as a witness, that is their $10 a month. It's the ability to submit questions to the Watcher Weekly Plus. So paying, even though the $5 one lets you talk to them, you cannot give them any questions. You can only say hi and bye, no questions. Like how your day was, nothing. Discount on merch and exclusive roles and channels on Discord. Okay, let's see 25. How do they justify 25 a month? Producer audio commentary for each series, 60 minutes live stream monthly. I'm assuming you're in an exclusive live stream for 60 minutes. Watcher Weekly plus shout out every 3 months. Must first be a member for 3 months. So you have to give them $75 for them to shout you out. All the other roles to me just don't seem like they're worth it. But I mean, spend your money how you want, girl.
Or if you pay $5 here, do you also get Watcher TV access? I don't know. Is it somewhere in the perks? That is a lot of doubloons they are pulling in right now. Like, that makes sense. Like, that's value there, and they keep getting the content that they're used to, that you've been providing to them for free, that made them a fan in the first place on YouTube. I don't know, it just feels like a real slap in the face, and I totally understand why people are upset about it. I don't like it either. And I hope this isn't the direction a lot of YouTubers decide to go down in the future. I don't really know why they thought this would go over well. To me, it really seems like some kind of corpo suit came in there, like a devil on their shoulder, whispering in their ear that this is the way of the future. This is the way to do things, making subscription-based third-party services outside of YouTube. Grow your presence on YouTube and then abandon it. Try and take all of them to your third-party site where you can really milk them dry for more money.
So if Moist Critical is telling you it seems like a stupid idea, it is a stupid idea. And I hope this is not what YouTube devolves into. Please don't do this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me see the comments about how you feel about this situation. Does it scare you for the future of YouTubers trying to charge you money for what they used to provide for free? Or if you just think this is a really stupid idea and we're gonna see them in probably a couple months coming back to YouTube and saying, we're sorry, please take us back. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all for the next video. Bye guys.